And tonight we are playing, as also promised in the overall schedule for in the news channel. We are playing Mon Bazou, which is more or less actually checked, and Bazou is like just car in Canadian slang, so it's like my car, which is of course quite fair enough. Like it's game looks a lot like my summer car, and it's also very Canadian apparently. Like you can sell maple syrup a lot, like you can sell like cheap homemade alcohol product in my summer car. So in that respect, like it appears quite similar that you can sell maple syrup to finance your car. So it's most probably also similar masterpiece as my summer car in terms of usability and or lack of it, and in terms of overall jankiness of the game, which is already quite evident also from the even the starting screen, which is like a lot like my summer car, where you have the rather less than pristine automobile displayed. So let's see how my summer car works in Canadian. So let's go for Mon Bazou and see how well the game works. It's like early access 0.20 something, so most probably it's not totally bug free either. This is actually a requested game, so we are doing this 2 sessions. Some were requested this early last year, so we are finally getting after doing the other requests. We are finally getting to Mon Bazou, so let's see how difficult it is, because usually it tends to be that games in this genre are not known for their friendliness and or any kind of common decency towards the player. So let's see what happens, and welcome all for probably very limited driving experience overall. Let's see. So there we go, and so let's then see about how the game works. At first looked at roadmap, and it's not actually roadmap in the sense that it would be roads in the game. It's the development roadmap, which actually has really poor, like, unknown date. So I may integrate paved road option to the house with this update. Yes, might add another conic shell at the scrapyard. Yes, but it's not road map in the sense of map of roads in the game, but sure. There's also no option screen visible from here, but there's at least like various kinds of food items around the car. So new game. And hard mode is not available. It's actually not implemented yet. And of course we can apparently like have a few different random save names. Turbo go brrr. That sounds quite good, as if the car would have turbo. Ditches. Goat, yes. Ditches. Funny boy. Turbo go brrr. Cheerplod. Small boy. That sounds good even if we are kind of anti. Turbo FTW. That's good. Turbo for the win. Alright. Clearly the game is not as expected for the overall genre. The game is not taking itself terribly seriously at all. Alright, and there we are. Apparently we run on maple syrup and poutine, which of course is not very healthy Canadian food, and or lately also name of a certain statesman written to not trigger far searches for them. Then we have energy and anxiety, unsure if they are full or empty because the bars are all black. Alright, there's bed. Very workable, like the whole bed turns blue. Sleep. Yes, can we now see like a key map or something? Alright, we do have only plaid shirts. This looks suspiciously familiar. So let's see then, like we can change shirt color, so blue is good. And we like open the other door. This appears to be broken. Alright, our house isn't very commendable. The car looks suspiciously like a BMW. Alright, we have window, lamp, empty, night, desk, and no electricity. Alright, our house isn't very commendable. The door to the toilet is broken. No water not implemented yet. This game starts well. Water is not implemented. Alright, also not totally surprised with you, Ragabash, that it would be the case, as both of us tend to wear plaid shirts quite a bit. Yeah, water not implemented yet, so we can't get terribly thirsty either, as we can't drink out of the toilet like in my summer car. let's then see about what else is not implemented than water. There's toilet, but it seems to not do anything. There's bath, but also the room is broken. Alright, we have 4x4 like quad. We have water kind of like bucket or tank outside. Here's our fancy kitchen. Deep fryer. You can make French fries, so you can make the poutine. French fries packager. French fry cutter, so we need potat. We have a range that does nothing. This neither probably has, because there's no water. The world has no water. Then we have a computer, quite like modern model. It already has a CD drive. Looks like Dell keyboard, so you can save from here. What does the power button do? No electricity. Ah yeah, we had no electricity, so it will be quite dark in the night. Alright, we do have wheat grinder and wheat packager. Mon Bazou is celebrating first birthday, so yes, 1 year old. We have a stereo which has several buttons. You can probably store your own music into that. And then we do have the eponymous Bazoo, which looks like old BMW, probably the most. You just turn the BMW grill the other way around and you have that. So our home is actually kind of like a motor home and there's empty like building spot apparently here. There's no electricity because we would have to put fuel into the motor generator set. Alright. And there's like a machine for apparently splitting firewood. Would say the woods do not look too healthy overall, like acid rain or something maybe. This doesn't really activate, so we can't apparently at least yet split wood. Friendship, alright, we do know our alright, so we do have Mother Francis and Chucks, and no maple syrup can gifted, so you can give all except Mother maple syrup, and you can see controls here which are not very, like we do have only backward, left, right, jump, run, right, crouch, use, zoom, open game console, close game console, smoke, say sorry, friend slur, spit, flashlight, hide, UI, and then we have the vehicle controls, which is like a lot like my summer car. You have separately various buttons for, like, we need to check these when we like know what we need to do. Alright, do you think the graphics are good enough? They probably are not going to improve much from here. So let's then see, like, can we get potato mode, whatever that does. Way faster enabled. Alright, we don't really need potato mode as it's already like we are not exactly running out of. So our fancy BMW is still kind of not very usable. So let's go around for a drive with the pickup. Alright. The motor appears to be running. Transfer case. So this actually has like several gears, so you can use like low gear and high gear. At least currently it's not going very fast, so I think we are in the low. No, this is actually low, so now it's not really going at all. Alright, that would be 3, 4. How many gears does this have? Alright, 4 gearbox, so it's kind of hard to shift gears if you have to do it at the same time as driving. So let's see the driving controls, like, is there a gear shift key bind? So let's see if we have like control for the gear shift in the driving mode. So you have no separate control for clutch. So we assume that is automatic shift up, shift down, R and F. Alright, so that should be quite doable, like first get moving, then shift into second gear. Or at least try to. Alright, there we go. And we immediately stalled. Really. Like, how little engine power does this car have? Really. Like, we are not going very fast at all, and if we shift to the second gear, we immediately stall. And we are not in the low gear, because we got actually into the low gear on the transfer case, and then it didn't really move at all. Like, really. Yeah, at least you can also shift the transfer case in motion, but it moves even worse in. Doesn't really matter, it won't even get moving on. So on the. Alright, flashlight works. It won't even get moving on any setting on the. really. Like, the game is certainly sufficiently janky to overall correspond to my summer car quite a bit. Like, can't we go any faster? It would be nice. Because do you think that's like the speedometer? Yes, so we are doing... No, that's the taco, so we are doing like not very many mph. So we are getting like 20... We are getting like 2000 RPMs at most, which is confusing, like. And also, it's a good question, have we disabled the parking brake? Really, we were driving against the parking brake all the time. At this point, most probably the viewers are laughing. Alright, now we are going considerably faster than we would like, so... Alright, paved road. What can we find here? Alright, reverse. Let's see, there's like a... another road here. But yes, now we know why the car didn't move. We were pushing against the parking brake. So, most probably some of the viewers may be, as said, laughing at this point, like, parking brake pedal. What, like, not very common nowadays. Usually only in cars with automatic transmissions. So, despite our slight like at first issues with getting going, let's see what we can find. Like, is there a map or anything like smoke? Yes, we do know we can smoke and swear in French. We even have a button for nitros, but most probably we won't be getting any nitros anytime soon. Then there's the game console, which we haven't yet tried. But there's no map, like a lot like quite a few other things. Alright, one can drive on the beach apparently. Not much to find here though, because it ends here, so let's turn around. And then we got stuck. Actually we drove against a tree apparently, so let's go forward. Alright. Yes. Clearly the beach wasn't very full of anything. Oh yeah, we were in the reverse gear and drove into the sea. So let's see if we can still get out or maybe start the game again. We can still get out, which is quite astounding, because we should be flooded. The car works surprisingly well for that we should have really flooded the engine. Clearly not an issue. Alright, and we got out of the water, so down here we come. Realism is even less than in my summer car. You can drive in the water. So we visited the body of water, so let's then drive into the town. And we certainly are not doing more than 50 because we are driving only on the first gear. Alright, let's try and visit the church. Or like anything. Some off-roading by the church. Alright, this side would be probably the front of the church. Yes, alright, it's kind of Christmas because there are Christmas trees, but there we go. So let's put parking brake on and turn the car off and surprisingly little damage considering we drove against the tree and we drove into the water. Can we enter the church? Nope. Nice 3D, minimalist 3D model snowman we have here. Wouldn't. So let's see, like we can't visit the church clearly. So what else can we do? Doesn't look like there's much to find very close in the town, so let's get back into the car. And now we remember to turn the parking brake off. Start the car. Do we have like fuel somewhere? Yes, we have like somewhat less than half fuel, so we need to find at some point more fuel. Alright. What else can we find in the town than the church, which wasn't very interesting. Some kind of store also, only a model. Alright, we had a bit of a collision. They just turned around and went. This game has even less modeling for most things than my summer car. We do not really get any damage from collisions. Alright, here we seem to always collide with others, really. Here we seem to have like a shop that sells something even. So let's stop here. Of course, activate parking brake. Centre de decoration. Alright. Clearly. We also have Christmas trees here. Alright, that's kind of good price for sunflowers. Like, have you ever bought a sunflower plant for $268.98? Really? Like, we have $100 and potted sunflower plant costs almost 300 Canadian dollars. Really? Like, that's quite expensive. It's gold plated or something. I have to say that overall let's then see about what else we can find in the store. Alright. Small Hoya plant, small Gigi plant, small Sansevieria plant. These are quite specific. Big Sansevieria plant, medium CC plant. We also have dog carpet installed on passenger seat. Do we have a dog? We at least have dog food. Maybe we should consider that. Dog bowls. Haven't seen a dog though. Decorations. we can't buy the star. Pesticide solution. Harvest basket. That's quite expensive. Big Hoya plant. Melanie. That's... Leo home. Alright. The model is even less detailed than in my summer car, for example. We can also buy wood bench, small stool, medium table. The prices are quite steep. We clearly need to make money somewhere first. Huge Christmas balls. Alright. Alright, and yeah, we had the parking brake on. This time we didn't even collide. Nice. Let's go fast and the bridge like 4th gear engage. The landscape on this side is quite empty, have to say. Like, good driving terrain, certainly like winding roads, but is there anything to find here? One can apparently even... The brakes are not stellar. Alright, and there's like... you can't get further than this, so... Clearly we found already the limit of the game world. Alright. I would also spare. Let's see if we can, like, let's just drop the 1st gear and try to drive out of the... because the engine is still running. Yes! Overall, I have to say that the game simply is not very finished when you have no problem at all when that happens. Clearly we took the corner a little bit fast. The police level on the game is really low. Like, main problem is that we are running out of food and do not really know where to find more. Like, the car is mostly full of water, but the engine still runs and we are slowly moving in the desired direction. Let's see if we shift to 2nd gear. gear doesn't seem to matter much in the water. Do you think it's easier to start a new game than slowly drive out of the water? So we didn't have much. Confirm lost of progress. Alright. The overall polish of the game is somewhat limited. So let's try. We still have like, considering the quality of the game, we still have like half an hour remaining. So let's start a new game and like fast boy, my save. Nice name is good. And let's try again, like doing something different. At least that wasn't very interesting. Do you think the game is a little bit unfinished to really be appealing even on this genre? Let's choose the purple shirt this time. We probably look much more dazzling. And we pretty much know the possibilities of the house. We can save from the computer, unlike in my summer car from the toilet. Can we use the coffee cup? At least we equipped the coffee cup. But there's no coffee maker, so pizza delivery, need a driver. Car meet every night at the abandoned grocery store. Alright, we have no car really. Alright, and we can call mother. Alright, and here we have Poutine. So clearly we are not going to run out of food anytime soon because the refrigerator is full of Poutine. Really. And maple syrup. So we are not going to run out of food anytime soon because the refrigerator is full of it. That would have been useful to know, as thought like we have to find food from the town, a bit like in certain another game where you certainly do not have that much food waiting in your house. Alright, let's expire with the all-terrain vehicle. Do we also here have to shift to first gear? The light turned on, light turned off. Parking brake. Light switch. It would be better if no knew how to drive the ATV. So we still haven't gotten the ATV started. It's not very descriptive because none of the controls say what they do. The lights turn on. Alright, that would be a kill switch or something, but it does nothing. The lights turn on, but clearly we are not moving. That would be the brake. The light turned on, but how do we even know if that has any petrol in it? Alright, it's full. How do we put the cap back? Alright. Alright, you can build a buggy also. There's some water, but it's clearly not implemented yet. It's all static. So, wondering how we can actually start the ATV. not really wanting to read instructions because the overall yankiness is like half the idea with these games. We need to find some wheels and rims for the BMW here, as it's missing like one wheel at least. Alright, so we need one wheel. We got the light to turn on for a moment, but since then this hasn't done much for us, the ATV. Parking brake, yes. Light switch. Because do you think that switch should be like the switch to kill the motor, but these do nothing. So this looks like something to start the thing with, but nope. There's also something on the beach. Let's check. Like there are beach chairs and a fire pit. We can also sit here. Like really nice views towards the dead forest. Alright, let's check what else we can find on the fire pit. Does nothing. Alright, there's a pier and not much else. Alright, there's absolutely nothing to that. Maybe there will be a boat at some point. No wheel for the Bazoo visible here either. So what is the overall judgment of the chat? Would you like to see Mon Bazou again? Because the game is not very finished, one has to observe. Like, alright, we have a wheelbarrow. Let's drive a wheelbarrow. It goes only straight. Ah, alright, you. We couldn't get the ATV started, so we drive the wheelbarrow. Oh well. Yeah, this is kind of confusingly. It's a bit like My Summer Car, but it's worse. And it's kind of like would make more sense to play My Summer Car, because most of the things in this game seem to be still missing or do not work, including that your car doesn't brake at all, unlike in My Summer Car. Like we drove off the cliff and we just ended up in the sea with engine still running, so kind of disappointed on the overall. Hello there, Camus. We have been trying Mon Bazou and it's like my summer car in Canada, but it's much worse. And you of course get a wave. It's like really unfinished and janky, so let's go for a drive to show off the rest of the game and then probably raid somewhere, because this isn't very interesting, have to admit. It's not very finished, not very polished, and many of the things we tried didn't work, including water is not implemented. So let's go for a drive and then finish, as it's like there hasn't been much else to find in game. We found a shop that sells decorations and they cost like potted sunflower cost almost $300 and we have like 100 CAD, so alright, let's get going with our pickup. Release parking brake, start motor, and then we are good to go on the first gear on, and off we go. Second gear engage, and this is probably as fast as we want to go, especially on the dirt road. Alright, there was a bunny! Now you found a game that has a bunny. Third gear engage, alright, a bit like let's not drive. Alright, let's not drive in the ditch. Alright. And here we go again. Third gear engage again. And this is pretty much as fast as you want to go on the dirt road. And asphalt road, and alright, kind of. And then we got stuck in the ditch. Fortunately we can apparently back out of it anyway. And here we are on the paved road, and let's drive to town. Oh, we found another dirt road. Let's see where this goes. Alright. Apparently we are stuck against a rock. driving over bunnies. Yeah, I do not think we can even drive over the bunny. Yeah, so early access to the water is fake, it's not even implemented. Indeed, we can't even drive over the bunny, do not think so. Is there any way to reset the car? Probably not. And certainly isn't moving anymore, so at least not on the third gear. Let's see on the reverse. No, we do not have any joint either. So we can probably get out of the car, but it's not very... Alright, that door doesn't open. That door opens. And yes, we just magically appear on top of the car. We do not have a beer case, so we can't, unlike in my summer car, you can always get it out with the beer case. That's very interesting, like actually we just fell off the road, but the ditch is so deep that the car disappears in there. That's actually, do think, totally impossible in this game to get out of the ditch. Like, that's a real sizable ditch. Really. Let's restart the game once more and go driving a bit and maybe find something instead of getting stuck in the ditch, and then we rate. The game is not really far enough in development that would be going to give another session, because it doesn't really have enough to it. Unlike my summer car, let's do turbo compare, but do not think any of the vehicles have any turbo in the game. And let's take the green shirt this time. And let's immediately, like, we can't eat yet. And yes, proof of water not being implemented yet. Not implemented yet. So let's try again going driving, maybe this time not finding a huge ditch. So now let's get the... hello there, Riley. Unstuck me button in the divine help section. Play the real My Summer Car. That's probably a good suggestion. Divine help section. Let's check that just to know whether it exists. Controls. There is no divine help section in controls, at least. Alright, let's start the car again. Parking brake off. First gear engage and go. And let's see if we can get anywhere interesting. At least we again fell off the cliff. Fortunately, the car is absolutely indestructible. You clearly can't take that corner quite on third gear. Alright, let's put it only into first gear. See if we can just drive back up the cliff. Really would call this quite serious off-road ability. You can actually drive the car up this steep a cliff. There's the road. Now how do we get the car on it? Alright, the main problem is that we are stuck on the bottom of the car. Let's see if we can reverse. Not really. We almost made it back to the road, which is amazing. Anxiety meter went full, yes, apparently. Yeah, the game doesn't have any damage modeling. Yeah, do not think we are going to get the car out of that, so Wherever there is the unstuck me button mentioned, because didn't find any divine assistance menu. Let's get out of the car. We can't get out of the car. We probably can anyway get out of the car. Yes, it's actually... The problem is that the angle was so steep that we got stuck. Makes one wonder how one can anyway drive up that steep a incline. Really. And we have no way of affecting the car physically because it's not practically... It lacks any physics modeling. Hoist puller. So we can actually, like, apparently hoist the car, but there are no trees here, so... Do not think we can unstuck the car, at least. Alright, let's see. Unstuck me. Alright, reset wheelbarrow. It doesn't seem we are any more unstuck. Do you think it unstucks the man and not the machine? If we sit in the car, does it help? Let's see. Nope. What the button does, it unstucks you. I have to admit that the overall game is... So, we can't actually kick the car down the hill because it's not affected by the physics. Because there is no kind of like solid body physics for as far as can see, unlike in my summer car you can get the car out of the ditch, for example, with the kind of... Because there's no kick or anything, so practically we can't. And there's no any kind of like unstuck vehicle. So we apparently can't get that thing out of there. Let's try like...
Désolé. Désolé.
At least that's not helping. We can also spit at it, which just throws kind of like a sphere of matter. And the vehicles have no solid body physics because we can stand here and jump here and it's not moving at all. I have to say that I'm deeply uncertain because the game is like 10 times more simple than my summer car. Still succeeds at being really Yankee and not much has been implemented. Also, apparently the maximum anxiety has absolutely no effect. So, do you think that that was sufficient amount of Mon Bazou? So let's actually curious enough to restart one more time as we can't get the car out and see if we try to reach the down again by carefully driving on first gear because the car isn't very stable. Small boy, that's good. Going to give it one more try, like let's try to reach down so that our good audience still, because many joined later, maybe see the town. This far the game hasn't crashed, but it's done pretty much everything else. Let's remember to change shirt, so orange it is this time. Alright, and we couldn't get... Let's try the ATV, like, shortly again. Still would like to go with the ATV. Now the light is on. Not that it seems to do anything. Let's turn the parking brake off. The light is on, but it's still not going. Parking brake is... Oh, really, like... Really? But isn't the starter like the button? Because there's no like a pedal or anything to start this. No. Alright, let's take the pickup. And drive only in first gear. Really. At least this time, so let's just run it against the red line, like go maybe on second gear at most, so we do not hopefully get stuck in the ditch and or do anything. We almost drove over the pneu, do think, but there's no apparently any kind of... Forgot about the pneu, but I do not think it got run over because there apparently is no mechanism for it at all. It's like... It just appears. Alright, and we are coming to the paved road. Let's keep this time on the paved road and see if we come to the town, so you see the magnificent... So this goes only to dirt road, so we have to... we have to take that turn. Here we go. And here's our fancy town. Found only the interior decor store that had the really expensive sunflower plant. And nothing else worked. Tried to go into the church, but it didn't work. There's like a big pickup and everything. And here's the interior decor store. Sunflower costs $268.98 Canadian dollars. And there was an engine sound, but it never moved, despite putting the parking brake off and trying to change the gears. So, and with the expensive Sunflower, we finish our Mon Bazou experience because I didn't find anything else in the town earlier. So, no, that game is not worth more tries, have to admit. So, thank you for joining very confused session of Mon Bazou, which really wasn't all it was made out to be in terms of it has much less depth at this point than My Summer Car, and that has been after a year in development. So, alright. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed the confusing Mon Bazou, and thank you for joining. Tomorrow we will be playing again a different game. Hopefully at least we do not get stuck with Mon Bazou. We will be playing tomorrow with the Skunk Lumberjacks Dynasty, and we'll see you all then. Let's see who we can raid. Alright. Alright, Haunta is playing Dark Souls. Probably do prefer Dark Souls of these things. But the Lemur is playing Pokemon. Let's go for that. It's been a while since we have done the Lemur. Yeah, there he is. Let's raid the Lemur. He's looking very cute and explaining something about Pokemon. There we go. Thank you all for joining and see you tomorrow.